The rough and tumble eastern Oregon town of Pendleton has a very colorful past.
32 bars, 18 brothels.
Railroad workers, settlers coming in off the Oregon Trail, and gold rush hopefuls were looking for entertainment, and there was a whole lot of that in downtown Pendleton. Some of that entertainment upstairs above local businesses, and some of it underground.
This here would be a delivery tunnel.
In fact, there was and is a vast network of delivery tunnels under a 16-block section of downtown Pendleton. Local Chinese residents dug out these tunnels, the same Chinese who built much of the railroad system throughout the West. Some quick-thinking entrepreneurs saw the opportunity to take advantage of this hidden real estate. We'll get to that in a moment. First, this is the Underground Tour in Pendleton, a popular spot for locals and visitors to learn more about this town's history.
The Underground Tours really kind of just shows you all of the businesses and stuff that catered to those people back then. Also some of the history that was involved around here with the Chinese and with the working girls and that type of thing.
The first stop is a gambling den and a watering hole.
This was the Shamrock Card Room. It was an 1880s bar. Basically, guys would come back into town, they'd go get their bath, get ready to go up to the brothels and all that kind of stuff, and they'd come in and have a drink first.
We asked Brad to show us around the tunnels. The aforementioned bath was taken here in the underground Chinese laundry. 10 cents for a clean water bath. You'd want to be the first one to use that clean water. The price went down for used water others had already bathed in. Try not to think about that.
He offered a pressing service, so this was his work area over here. The other cool thing about Hop Sing was the fact that he offered a pickup and delivery laundry service.
Really?
So he'd send his assistant out with the yoke on the wall here with these two baskets and pick up and deliver laundry.
Why was Hop Sing's business down here and not up on Main Street?
Well, it was just, the Chinese really weren't treated all that great, so they were kind of given what they could take, basically, and all that. So, there was a sundowner law here, so that meant that the Chinese couldn't be out at night. It could be pretty harmful to them.
The local Chinese built the railroad and the delivery tunnels for the townspeople, but they were not even allowed on the streets at night for fear of the worst. Tales of the mistreatment of Chinese throughout the American West are numerous. Prostitution is a very common feature of the American West in the 1800s, and that includes Pendleton. And legal.
But accepted.
Okay, accepted. The Underground Tour goes upstairs to a former den of iniquity. Where are we now? Where have you taken us?
I have taken you to the Cozy Rooms brothel.
Okay.
This was one of the 18 brothels back in the day, and it was considered the premier brothel.
Oh, the top one.
Yeah, this was the upper echelon.
So we're in a brothel, the best one in Pendleton.
Yes.
But I noticed as we walked by some church pews.
Yes.
So I'm getting a mixed message here.
She was, Madam Stella Darby.
Okay.
She really had the foresight to understand that people still had faith, even though they might work in a brothel. These ladies were not allowed in the churches around town. So because she understood that they might still want to practice their faith, she decorated the room like a church and hired a circuit minister to come through here every Sunday to give them a sermon.
I'm guessing a little fire and brimstone? Because the Chinese were not allowed on the streets after sundown, they were forced to live underground.
They slept 2 to a bed, so 18 guys would have slept in that area right there.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Feet in the middle, heads at the ends.
Nearby was the opium den, which townspeople, working girls, and the Chinese would frequent. The Wild West was aptly named.
Absolutely.
The brothels operating freely, opium dens.
Yeah, it was
Things have changed, Brad.
Oh, a lot.
This is by no means the entire Underground Tour. This is just the tip of the historical iceberg. It's located on the corner of Emigrant and First Streets in downtown Pendleton. The underground tour is obviously open to the public, but you'll need to call to make a reservation, which is required. All the pertinent information is online at pendletonundergroundtour.org. In Pendleton, this is Dave Jones for Destination Oregon.